I guess another monotonous thing you guys haven't seen me do yet at this point is just let's do some Bed Wars practice. Let's do some MLGs, cause why not? So I think the topic of this video that I feel like discussing is just let's talk about some personal injuries I used to have. So I think the first major thing I had was when I was like a dumb kid, maybe like 6 or 7. I think this was around first grade. And because like I'm a fragile little boy, and like it was the 2000s, back when people actually used to go outside and like hang out with kids in their neighborhood. I mean, they still do, just like not my age group. We like would mess around with people outside of our age. So I would be like, I was an elementary schooler hanging out with high schoolers, and it wasn't weird at that point because I mean, people were just kids and they just wanted to like mess around and have fun. And like the reason why it was even happening was because you know, kids are kids and they're gonna like hang out and just like also the high schoolers at the time had brothers, so like of course they did it. And I don't think it was even like high schoolers, they may have been middle schoolers at this point. But yeah, pretty much I would just like hang out with a bunch of high schoolers and like the people in my neighborhood. And then yeah, so this is a precursor to like me saying shit goes wrong one day because like I'm just hanging out, we're like doing this dumb game, and then like I don't fully remember why we started doing it. It's probably just dumb kids doing dumb kid shit. Let me adjust the height of this. It's just dumb kids doing dumb kid shit, and like as part of that, we make up this game where like we get launched into the air. Like we as the kids are like sit on the back of or put our backs against someone's legs and like they're laying on the floor and we get launched like that, like a human catapult kinda. I don't know how to fully describe it. um and then it goes fine for like maybe a couple of run throughs until it just doesn't, and then I just land, like I fly through the air like my 6-year-old body flailing in the wind, and then eventually I just like hit the ground and just like fall on my arm or something, and just I think I start crying because of course I do. I like broke my arm. But I didn't know that at the time. I think I don't even remember the feeling I had. I just remember it as like a moment that happened now. But like yeah, I broke my arm, so like I go back home and then like we have to go to the hospital because of course we do, because I broke my fucking arm. And then like we go through the whole process of like what that entails. Like I have to go or I have to have my arm in a cast and it's just like itchy for a while because yeah, of course it is. You're encasing it in like a thing and you can't touch it in any way, and like it's healing, so of course it's like a little painful. So like we do the thing where like you get a feather and then you like stick it in there. You also have to like wrap it in like a paper bag whenever you take a shower, as I think you do. So like yeah, I don't think that arm was like fully clean for a while. But I think the color of my cast was like green too. It was either green or blue. I don't remember. I think it was green. And then like I go to school, I think roughly the next day, and then like I get the perks of like having being a kid with a broken arm, which is just like I get do I reveal that publicly? Fuck it, why not? I get cute girls to like hold my shit and and like help me out and just like with some girls like I had a crush on. Like I would just like ask them, hey, like could you like help me could you help me move some shit? Like I my arm's broken, and then like of course they're not gonna like deny the kid with a fucking broken arm. So like yeah, I get like excuses to do that. And then so yeah, more of that just happens until like eventually they decide, you know, it's healed, like you can take the cast off. And then like I lose all of my fame, I lose all of my clout. Life just goes back to normal. And yeah, I think also like I don't remember if I said this, but like I have the classic I bring a Sharpie and then people want to sign my cast. So there's that. And that's like the first major injury I have as a child. I think the next one is like something that like made me get stitches. And that was like that was also a dumb fucking accident. A lot of these are just dumb fucking accidents because I mean of course they are. And like what happened was I was just gonna like bike to my friend's house and I don't dude, I straight up did not have to bike. He was like two houses to the left of me. I could have just walked. And it's like raining, right? So like the floor is a little slippery. So and then like some other important details you need to know is my bike's really shit and it's like made out of metal. And like you know the handlebars that like normally you put rubber on because it's like sharp otherwise? Yeah, I don't have like because it's old and because it's like used up, I don't have that anymore. So I just uh I just bike and then eventually I just because it's raining, I slip, fall, and then somehow hit my like chin up against the handlebars because of course I do. And then uh I think it's like cut and then it just starts bleeding and like I'm freaking out because like I'm seeing blood and just like of course I am. I'm like maybe in second grade or some shit. I don't fully remember. But like I'm a child and this is like and I'm in pain and scared. So like I run back home because like I don't need to fucking bike. And then like once again we go to the hospital cuz like of course we do. And yeah, I get stitches across my chin and that is just a permanent reminder to like not not even like bike during the rain, but like to not have dumb shit like that happen again, I guess. Because I'm gonna be completely honest, I don't think I've ever fully learned my lesson because I still like to this day will end up biking during the rain if I feel like it. I guess I'm just like a bit slower and a bit more cautious. Because yeah, once again, there is another story of me getting injured on a bike, but it's like not what you expect to. It's like another story for another story. I'll skip like the major details, but pretty much I won a bicycle during a raffle in high school, and then it's electric, right? But it's like small as shit. This detail is important, trust me. It's small as shit, so like but it's electric powered so I can go like maybe 15, I don't want to say 20 miles per hour, maybe like 10 or 15 miles per hour on a good day back when it would still like when the battery didn't get fucked and like I could go maybe 20 miles on it. It was like a pretty good bike. I still like that bike. But yeah, so I'm just like going around biking, just like going around at 10 miles per hour. And then I just have the dumbass idea to just like, what if I just try and do a wheelie on this shit? You know, if I go fast, then like it'll keep me in motion and like I should actually speed up for this because if I slow down, I'm not gonna have enough angular momentum or something. I don't fully know. Maybe I'm right on this. I might actually be right. I don't fully know. But yeah, so I decide to try and do it. And then, of course, I fuck it up and fail. So then, like, within maybe like 10 seconds of trying to pop a wheelie going, I think now 13 miles per hour, I fuck up, I fail. And then, like, I catch myself at first. Like, I go on my feet and then, like, I'm fine. But, like, I'm trying to hold on to the bike and, like, deal with the ramifications of going from 13 miles per hour to 0 in like 2 seconds. And like as part of that, I like lose control and lose balance and then just like hit the floor. First scraping I think my arm or my hand because like of course I do. And then I hit my fucking head. So then I like biked all the way out there. I have to like go home. So like I'm kind of bleeding and then I just like have to yeah, I just bike home, go home and like I don't even tell my parents about this shit. I'm just like, you know what? Because my brother already had an accident on a bike before and I just didn't want them to like yell at me. So I just like and I know basic first aid. So I just go home, grab the med kit, and then just like tend to my wounds. I just like, you know, I do the painful thing first, which is I take like an alcohol wipe and then just spread it over my cut. There's like a cut on my forehead right by my eyebrow. There's like yeah, my arm scraped or my hand scraped and like I think I lost a bit of skin. And then yeah, there's also some like so I do that until eventually my parents notice the next day because of course they do. Like I just randomly now have a cut on my eyebrow for no reason. And then like they actually give me better medical care, though it's roughly around the same. And then like I get out of work kind of because of that. Not really though. They were really mad at me because I just like say, hey, I got injured like a day ago and just decided not to tell you for some reason. And I like to think that was my last major injury because this is also pre-college. So yeah, I think also with that I will end it for now.